Today, we're going to dive into the timeless wisdom of the legendary Earl Nightingale. Now, this was a guy who spent his entire life trying to figure out the keys to a better life, and he was convinced he found the single most important one. So what is it? What's this master key to success?
Just think about that for a second. I mean, really, what if one single, simple word had the power to shape your entire reality? We're talking about your job, your relationships, how happy you are. I know, it sounds a little too simple to be true, right? But that's the big idea we're digging into today.
And there it is, attitude. That's the word. It's not about luck, it's not who you know, it's not even about raw talent. It's about the one thing that you, and only you, have complete control over, every single moment of every single day. For Nightingale, this was the foundational secret that separates the people who thrive from the people who are just, well, frustrated.
Now, this isn't just some feel-good quote for a coffee mug. Think of it more like a law of physics. It's cause and effect. The energy, the expectations, the whole vibe you put out into the world, that is precisely what the world sends right back at you. So, let's get really clear on what we're talking about here. An attitude isn't just some random thought you have. It's the outward expression of your inner world. You can see it in your posture, you can hear it in your voice, you can see it in the little things you do every day. It's basically the sum total of your feelings and moods, and believe me, it tells people everything they need to know about you before you've even said a word. Right, so if you ever look around and think, man, my job is hostile, or people are so uncooperative, Nightingale would say, hey, look in the mirror first. The people and the situations you're in, they're often just reflecting the attitude you're bringing to the table. It's a direct feedback loop. And yeah, sometimes that mirror can be pretty merciless.
Let me tell you a story Nightingale used to share that just nails this point. Picture a couple who finally makes their dream move from Minnesota down to sunny Florida. Living the dream, right? Well, a few months go by and the wife is just miserable. She feels totally rejected, like no one in the new community wants anything to do with her. But here's the thing. The painful truth was that she'd been waiting for everyone else to make the first move. She was projecting this reclusive, don't bother me attitude without even realizing it. So the community, they just mirrored that right back at her and left her alone. Her reality was a direct, one-to-one result of her own attitude.
So it all boils down to this incredibly simple equation. It's a system, and it's predictable. You put in a great attitude, you consistently get great results. You put in a poor attitude, well, you get poor results. It's that straightforward. We get back exactly what we put out there.
And look, this isn't just some philosophical idea from a radio host. This is William James we're talking about, the father of American psychology. He's said the exact same thing. That gives this whole concept some serious weight, doesn't it? It means the greatest power we have as human beings is the ability to choose our attitude, and by doing that, we can literally change our lives.
Okay, so if we're all on board with changing our attitude, what should we be aiming for? What does a winning attitude actually look like? Nightingale, in his genius, boiled it all down to just two powerful concepts.
First up, gratitude. Just waking up every single day and being truly thankful for the chance to be alive on this incredible planet. And second, expectancy. And this isn't just wishful thinking. It's a genuine, deep-down belief that you will reach your goals. When you combine those two, being grateful for what you have right now and totally expectant of a great future, you create this magnetic, positive state that just draws good things to you.
You know, so many people get this completely backward. They say things like, oh, I'll have a good attitude when I get the promotion, or when things start going my way. Nightingale had a brilliant analogy for this. He said it's like sitting in front of a cold stove and saying, okay, stove, give me some heat and then I'll put the wood in. It just doesn't work that way, does it? You have to provide the fuel first. Your positive attitude is the fuel. And here's the best part. You don't have to just take his word for it. Nightingale laid out a simple test, a little 30-day experiment you can run in your own life to see the results for yourself. This is it. This is the core of the whole experiment. For the next 30 days, every single person you interact with, your family, your coworkers, the clerk at the grocery store, anyone, treat them as if they are the single most important person in the world. So why is this so transformative? Well, there are three amazing reasons. Number one, you're tapping into the deepest craving of human nature, the need to feel important, to feel seen. Number two, let's be honest, it's just the right way for us to treat each other. And number three, by doing this consciously, day in and day out, you are rewiring your own brain. You're building the habit of a great attitude from the ground up.
When you start doing this, you'll notice something amazing. You know those people you've always thought of as just being lucky? Suddenly, they don't seem so lucky anymore. You start to realize they aren't just getting all the breaks by chance, they're actually creating those breaks through their attitude and how they treat people.
Nightingale had the perfect definition of luck. He said, "Luck is simply what happens when preparedness meets opportunity." And here's the kicker. Opportunity is all around us, all the time. A great attitude is the preparedness. It's what allows you to see and seize the opportunities that a poor attitude makes you completely blind to.
All right, this brings us to the most critical, most common misunderstanding of all. Most of us, we go through life believing that successful people have great attitudes because they're successful.
But the truth is the complete opposite. They are successful because they first chose to have a great attitude. The attitude was the cause, not the effect. That changes everything.
And get this, by making that one shift in your thinking, by choosing to consciously build a great attitude every day, Nightingale argued that you immediately, right now, place yourself in the top 5% of all people. You're preparing the soil for success long before the seeds even sprout.
So in the end, it really all comes down to this: your attitude, your outlook on life. It's like a paintbrush, and every single day, you're painting the world you live in. You can choose to paint a world that's dark and gloomy, full of shadows, or you can choose one full of light and possibility. The canvas is blank. The choice is yours. What kind of masterpiece are you going to create?